Good evening, everybody. Welcome to SERL Truck Series, coming live from Charlotte, North Carolina. Probably not the Charlotte you're used to, folks. We're going to be doing 17 lefts and rights here tonight in the Truck Series at the Roval. Qualifying is well underway here, and the 316 of Dean Brummett is currently got that pole position as we see Dakota Bailey on track taking his time right now. Just a couple more minutes left of qualifying, and we're going to get to some live road course action. With me, as always, Logan Lax. Welcome back from the soccer field, my friend.
Hey, Anthony, what's up?
How are your legs feeling?
What are legs?
Correct. I knew that was going to be the answer. So thank you guys so much for spending your Saturday night with us, and we're going to get this thing underway here. We have let's see. So coming into tonight, Dakota Reeder is still the points leader, but Dean Brummett is only 6 points behind coming into tonight's race. And that 316 has shown a heck of a lot of speed tonight in practice as well as in qualifying, and is going to claim the pole here, followed by Blake Giglio, Cody Reeder, and Paul McCullochek in that number 77 making another appearance here in SERL. Must love some road course racing because the 77 is back with us tonight. Going to be getting gridded up here in just a moment, and hopefully everything works accordingly. We have the Daytona 24 going on, so everybody is forced to use a little bit different platform than what we're used to using here to log in for the broadcast. So we had to start from square one getting ready for tonight's broadcast. So if you hear or see anything out there that does not look normal, give me a shout out and let me know. I think I got my settings as close that I could remember. So we're getting these guys,
Or just blame iRacing for having the Daytona 24.
Yes, right? I've seen the forums all day or people complaining, my quality sucks, my quality's not good, what happened? Well, the UI and the website do not hold the same graphical information. These guys are starting to grid up here. It appears might be having some issues down
still
there.
on qualifying right now.
Are they?
Yeah.
Why is it saying
Because
gridding
it's
on my...
10 minutes of qualifying, isn't it?
Okay, yeah, you're right. So we do have one more minute. I think everybody has taken the times that we're going to qualify, and that explains why Dean kept disappearing on me. So these guys are just wrapping it up here. I'm sure they'll get this thing underway momentarily. So Josh Anderson in the number 7 qualified 5th. That's an awesome qualifying effort here. Dakota Camper in the number 3 machine is bringing it home 6th place. Was lightning fast in practice, and expect a good run out of that 3 car tonight. The last person to take time right now is the number 88 of Dakota Bailey, rounding out the top 7. The remaining drivers did not choose to qualify, starting in the rear. To the best of my knowledge, we will not be having full course cautions. And this is a 40-lap race, so this thing should fly by much like it does each and every week here at SERL. It's going to be a different animal for these guys. I got out there once again in the TRD test truck today before the race, and man, I tell you what, these things will wheel hop like crazy, getting hard onto the brakes, and the rear ends of these things just don't have a ton of weight in them. We're going to be seeing some lot of loose trucks on corner exit tonight. I think we could see some self spins as we do start to see the trucks loading up here on the grid. At the Charlotte Roval. We're going to get this thing underway here momentarily, and going to try some new camera views today. Been working on a couple camera angles while I was getting things set up here, so we are going to try a few new things and try some really cool shots here at the road course. New paint scheme for that number 16 tonight, too, so that looks really cool. Nice blue and red. Let's see. Sure I'm not missing anything on race details here, but yeah, it is 40 laps, no full course cautions. I'd have to imagine if there's a massive pile up, the admins may throw one, but not typical here on a road course unless it's a big pile up, and no stage breaks under caution. They will score that under green, the top 10, just like they do every other week here. We see the truck starting to roll off, and like we said, man, this is a whole new animal, man. Road course racing is something really different. We've got considerable amount of lefts and rights here, and 17 turns is what they're going to be doing here. So it's pretty crazy as we see the trucks going right now through 1 and 2. Once you start seeing the red and the blue down there on the racetrack, it's going to be turns 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that's one big sweeping right-hand turn, and you're just going to see a ton of off-throttle time as these guys roll this section of the racetrack. But it's going to be interesting. I've had some decent luck at Watkins Glen. This is definitely not my favorite place. It is very, very challenging, and these guys are going to have their hands full, but it should be one heck of a show as we have some fantastic talent here in SERL. I expect a really good show for their fans, and this is going to be an exciting one to watch. Only 40 laps, so make sure you stick with us here. This thing is going to fly right by. The pace lap is going to be the longest of them all, man. These laps are going to go by at 1 minute 22, 23 seconds here at the beginning of this thing. And so 40 laps is going to go by pretty darn quick here. All right.
Sorry, my computer was having a stroke right now. I don't know why.
You are totally fine. I heard you click off there for a second, I thought.
It kept freezing up, and I had to open Task Manager and close 500 things.
But that's always fun.
Yeah, as you were saying, the Roval has 17 turns. That's about a 13 more than I'm used to. So
yeah, these chicanes come up real quick, and you see, these guys just kind of going around the chicane under pace laps. That is legal because going side by side through these very, very tight quarters here it's a challenge to make it on your own, let alone side by side. Is very, very difficult and not highly recommended. So we'll see how the things happen here as we're coming down the backstretch of what is actually Charlotte turns 4, and they're going to be.
what I actually know.
Yeah, going to be coming. The pace truck is going to be ducking off, and you're going to see these guys hit a big chicane here before the start-finish line. This is going to be turn 16 and 17, and boy, does it get tight real quick as we are headed to the green flag here.
They go green in the middle of the chicane.
Yes, they do. Green flag is out. We are live racing here at the Charlotte Roval in the SERL Truck Series.
As Dean ran away at the start there, he's gone.
He is gone, and he had a ton of pace at in the practice too. I think patience is the name of the game here. Don't want to get on that throttle real hard because that thing will just spin right out from underneath you.
As I scroll through the field to try and find some action going on. The 45 and 88 were battling in somewhere in the infield, not quite sure which turn. I believe it's turn 4 or 5. Going into that right-hander now, trying to get any, kind of pace they can in these trucks.
Yeah, it's going to be a challenge all day long. That's for sure. As we're riding right now with Dakota Camper here. He's already up a spot since the beginning of that thing, taking over the 5th position. And Blake Giglio is right there. He's right there with Dean Brummett. The beginning of this race, man, they're those two are nose to tail each and every week, it seems, and a road course is going to be no exception.
Yeah, the question, though, is if Dean Brummett can break the streak and finish, something other than second.
He's certainly going to try to, and he has the pace so far to do that, so we're going to see how this plays out here.
But he was slow in the chicane, whereas Blake was able to get around.
Yeah, he dove down on the inside in turn 1 here.
They're side by side, I believe.
You can see the cars wiggling.
Yeah, it looks like Blake has a bit of a looser car compared to Dean. Or at least is trying to drive it in a little bit harder. Maybe trying to get to that lead, early and then block from there.
Looks like Dakota Bailey might be off course here. Maybe not.
I'll check back.
I see something going on. It might be
He
James
spun, yeah, he
McCanny,
spun
maybe?
out in turn 2.
Okay, looks like James McCanny as well. John J. McIntyre having problems early on here, so got a couple early on incidents toward the rear of the field here.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
lot
and
of people
88 is around again.
Yeah, a lot of people just braking too early, too hard. Both Team Senate drivers of McIntyre and James McCanny, just spun out in turn 1, just trying to take it a little bit too hot.
Yeah, definitely. And too much rear brake bias can do that to you. You brake and the rear end wants to come around, or just simply getting in the throttle a little bit too soon. These things will whip around on you in a hurry. That is for sure. As we have a side-by-side battle once again oh boy. Coming into turn 1.
Yeah, it looks like Dean just doesn't have that runoff in that final chicane, whereas Blake is getting a really good run on Dean at the end. As Blake's trying to go around the outside of Dean, maybe trying to gonna get it done.
Whew.
He has that run on the outside.
Oh. Oh boy, yeah. Exactly what we were
gives me a
saying.
heart attack.
Exactly what we were saying. And it's really weird is I'm not sure exactly what's going on with our ticker here. This was my fear with changing things up. It's not showing our live.
Anybody.
No, it sure isn't, is it?
We'll blame the road course.
Oh, brother.
But here, I'll go through the running in order. First is Dean Brummett. Second is Blake Giglio. Third is Cody Reeder. Fourth is Dakota Camper. Fifth is Josh Anderson. Seventh is Paul Mikulicek.
Mikulicek.
Alright, seventh is Anthony Trippi. Eighth is Tony Benfield. Ninth is Aaron Sayer. 10th is James C. Jones. 11th is Jesse Steffs. 12th is Dakota Bailey. 13th is David Mayo, who seems to have had issues. 14th is James McKinney, and 15th is John J. McIntyre, who I believe has already disconnected.
I want to try to load this project here and see if anything happens.
If something does happen, it's good.
Yeah, it is definitely not showing anything right now, is it?
No, it's showing 1 to go, and it's not giving any intervals. Thanks, iRacing.
It is just the worst.
Yeah, that's what happens with these huge events like this.
Yeah,
it'll be sorted out by next week, though. Hopefully.
It usually does, and it's just frustrating. It's not showing anything on my timing right now either.
Yeah, the only thing that's really working is something that only you and I see is the timing board on the. Oh no, never mind, it's gone.
It crashed, didn't it?
Just now.
Yep.
As I was about to say, it's the only thing that's working. It stopped working.
Yeah, give me 1 second here. Appreciate the patience out there, guys. Been a lot of weird things going on with this Daytona race here. Yeah.
I'm trying to look back at what happened to Blake Giglio, because he lost a lot of time to Cody Reeder. Coming in the chicane, gets loose on exit and almost spins, saves it, but loses a ton of time. So he, I believe, is now sitting in second and trying to catch back up to Dean Brummett. As once again, we apologize for the technical difficulties. This is due to the huge iRacing Daytona 24 event.
Here's what I can do is I can at least give you the iRacing ticker across the top.
Yeah. Maybe what has to happen.
I certainly apologize for that. I am at a complete loss, but I have absolutely no timing software.
The only timing software that works is the people who screwed up every other timing software.
Gosh, that's frustrating. I'm so apologetic here. Let me try to load one more thing, and then if this does not work, we're going to get back to...
Yeah, but as I scroll through the field, as Anthony is trying to fix any issue we can, Josh Anderson and Paul Mikulicek are battling for, I believe, P5.
Looks like the leader is on pit road.
Maybe. What is? I wonder why. Maybe he got some damage somewhere.
Could be a fuel strategy. That's what I'm thinking.
Maybe pit early, go to the end because he has that gap. I'm going back here. I'm not seeing any issues. Maybe just drove it a little too hard and dealing with tire wear.
All right. Yeah. I don't have an answer right now. I am loading all of my sessions, and it will not.
Okay.
It will not load.
Okay.
I don't know what that means. It's saying interview in the middle of the screen.
That's weird.
I don't know. I've never seen that before.
We're interviewing the sky.
Yeah. So, again, we're definitely having some technical glitches. It's an iRacing thing. I am very apologetic about that. But what we're going to do is we're just going to close that down for now. You've got the scroll across the top, and we will just do the best we can to keep you informed on distances between. Right now, Blake Giglio is ahead of Cody Reeder by 1.77. So the points leader is right now running in the second position, up one spot. Dakota Camper in the number 3 machine is up 3 positions since the beginning of this thing. So that's a good start for that number 3. As we said right at the beginning of this thing, he has been lightning fast since he unloaded that truck here in the number 3 car.
Yeah, someone else who's been fast is at 316 at Dean Brummett. Pit earlier than everyone else and has already passed Aaron Sayre, who I believe 6th or 7th.
Nice. Nice.
He's going to cross the line now. That'll be 7th. But Dean will be the first man to take a pit stop, so when everyone goes back around, I believe he would funnel back to the lead.
Yeah, something tells me, man, this is a cool shot overhead. Oh, Dakota Bailey looks like crashed. James Jones, Tony Benfield might be in some incidents here.
Maybe a pileup somewhere. Yeah, turn 1.
See if we can
Stony
see what happened
Benfield
here.
and James C. Jones went for the same area of land and just caught each other and went around.
Yeah, that looks like the 88 just lost it on its own here. Not sure what happened with the other guys, but... Well, back up front here, Blake Giglio leading the way. We are coming to lap 6 of 40. Definitely, again, once again, guys, apologize for the glitches that we're having here. Desperately trying to figure it out.
Yeah, as iRacing loves to do things that don't exactly work for everyone else, so... But we see Blake Giglio still leading. Has some right side damage. I wonder if he made contact with that wall or with Cody Reeder earlier. I'm gonna go and scroll back and see if I can find anything.
Yeah, I'm able to get some of it back, but it says interview in the middle of the screen, and I have no idea. I've never seen anything like that before.
Yeah, I don't know what that would be.
Gosh, so frustrating. Alright, I think I got rid of it for the time being, so as long as we're right, I think we should be coming to lap 9 of 40 here, guys. So, once again, I certainly apologize, but can't control it. Got to keep moving on. Cody Reeder up to second position here is 4.9 seconds behind Blake Giglio. What a commanding lead already early in this thing.
Yeah, Blake Giglio. In NASCAR turns 1 and 2. On lap 5, I found where the damage is from. He got on the apron, got a bit loose, and came up and caught that wall. Not some heavy contact, just kind of scraped it, but that's where that damage came from.
Okay, okay. Paul Mikulicek having a heck of a run here. That number 77 machine hanging on to third position here. Very good
third
run.
position, and right behind him, I believe, is Dakota Camper, who's been fast today.
Very much so.
Dean Brummett is now sitting in 6th, and he's past Anthony Trippi for that position. As Dean gonna try and maybe give away the stage to win the end of the race.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of wondering. I can't help but to feel like it was a fuel strategy call there. And, yeah, I mean, hey, try something different, and he's certainly doing that right now. See a gaggle going on back here. I don't know if these guys pulled over on purpose or maybe
Where is this at?
the 08 and the 15 just pulled over and let the 42 by. I'm thinking they feel like they're pretty well off the pace
I
here.
think they're a lap down.
Okay, yeah.
So they're probably just trying to stay out of the way. These are both Team Send-It drivers, so maybe just trying to get whatever points they can. As their third driver, and John J. McIntyre was the first and currently only driver to retire from the session.
Bummer. Yeah, that's very unfortunate for him. As we are 10 laps into this thing already, so 30 laps to go here. This thing's going to be over before we know it.
As James McCanney locks up going into the chicane on the backstretch and goes around.
Oh, man. Yeah, he's having a rough day here. We see the 45 and the 75. Ooh, that was close. I think the 45, James Jones locked it up a little bit there, too. Trying to stay off the back of the 75 there. That was close.
Yeah, a lot of people just locking up, maybe trying to hit their brakes a little too much and just sends the car around or, just keeps them going straight. As I'm going to scroll through the field once again to try and find some action. There is a change in rules today. The caution will be thrown at stage break. And there are no iRacing cautions. All the cautions will be thrown by admins. I believe if it's 3 or more drivers that are collected.
Oh, okay.
That one caution.
Gotcha. Okay. I did not realize they were going to throw a caution at the stage. Oh, that's actually pretty cool.
It was announced, but we weren't paying for it.
Oh, I got you.
It was a driver paying.
I got you.
I just saw it the other day, and I was like, okay, keep note.
Note to self.
So, note to self, know that.
Know that. Oh, boy, locked him up.
Yeah,
oh,
it was
the
announced,
3 into the outside wall there a little bit. Dakota Camper might have a little bit of damage.
Oh, yeah, Dakota got really maybe locked up a little bit. That's what I meant when it said sometimes locking up the brakes. It won't make you loose, but it'll send you straight on.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Dakota Camper.
Absolutely. Just locked him up and slid into that wall a little bit as the 7 of Josh Anderson gets by. The 3 car here taking over that 4th position.
Yeah, as Josh, I believe, is currently streaming his perspective on Twitch.
All right, all right.
Same with James C. Jones. You can find their Twitches, I believe, on the back of their car. So drop them a follow and support them.
Most definitely. James Jones right there. Got a little bit of front end damage. I think he might have gotten to the rear of that 75 a little bit coming into that chicane. But see, he's promoting his Twitch on the back of that mobile there. So if you guys want to stop by and support these guys. Oh, the 08 getting out of the groove there. That's a dangerous spot, though. Just about got rear-ended.
Yeah, and with that James damage, it's time for, in the wise words of Will Smith, it's rewind time.
Nice. So right now, we've got 9-second lead right here by that number 16 of Blake Giglio. So he definitely did give away the stage, I think. Dean did, to maybe pull a fuel strategy, unless he got some damage that we did not see. I'd have to imagine this could be a fuel strategy call, but we're going to see if we got any takers on pit road. If they throw the caution at stage break, there certainly could be many takers on pit road, and it looks like David Mayo has crashed. Let's take a look back here. We saw that 08 getting up out of the way, coming to this chicane here, and just locks it up. A little bit too much rear brake, I think. Gets it a little bit sideways there. No harm, no foul. Didn't hit anything.
I thought I found... Well, oh, I believe I found it. Maybe not. Nope, that is definitely slow.
There's a
Trying
lot
to
of them
find
to go
where,
through.
yeah, I've gone through like 3 laps trying to find where he got this damage, and I'm just not finding it.
Yeah.
He doesn't have it here. So yeah, I
Very.
must have caught him in the chicane. I'm not seeing where he caught him though.
Yeah.
Like I rewinded it. I went in the cockpit view.
I saw some smoke, and I saw him close the gap
Yeah, no,
real
he just
quick.
he got loose. He didn't hit him there. He
Gotcha.
got loose and then saved it. 'Cause they've been together like the whole time.
Right.
That sounded weird.
Last week's winner here in the number 44, Anthony Trippi, running the 7th position here. A very solid day for him so far at the Roval.
Oh, rewind time prevails. I found it, I think. No. Wait. I passed it. You know what? He got damage somewhere. I don't know where, but
He's definitely got some damage.
That's the answer you're getting now, because I cannot find it. Gone back like 5 laps.
That's funny.
Yeah, when you hear me complaining about it, it's not fun for me. I've gone through 3 laps and passed it somewhere, and I don't know where.
Oh, man.
Dean Brumman is still sitting in 6th.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. I mean, this is a very significant gap here.
Dean is actually losing time to the driver ahead of him in Dakota Camper. Oh, no, never mind. I think he was in the turn. He's about 30 seconds back from Blake Giglio as of right now. I'll check back in a lap and see if he's gained at all.
Definitely a lot bigger gap than I had anticipated, so we'll see here.
As I'm trying to go back, I'm going to find out when the stage is thrown. I believe it's 15, yeah, so next lap. Yeah, next lap, the caution, or it's either the end of this lap or the end of next lap. I don't quite know how their caution is going to work with this, as, you know, they haven't run a caution at all.
Right, yeah, they normally don't throw them here. Yeah, I'm thinking the end of 15, probably.
This is a learning experience for us, Anthony.
It is indeed.
Yes.
Especially
with iRacing deciding to just not work.
Oh my gosh. It's just been my entire news feed of just people complaining about not being able to get in the 24 and this don't work. Graphics look like crap. This, that. I'm just like, oh my gosh. And then it hits us while we're trying to broadcast. So.
Yeah, and I've heard complaints about the driving in the 24 with a lot of people not knowing how to check up. So there's issues everywhere apparently.
I think so.
But I don't know. I feel like iRacing, they probably invest a lot in their servers, but whatever they're investing, it's not working. Because it crashes everything else.
Well, I guess we're going to see what happens here. They're going to throw the caution. It should be this time by.
Yeah. But us here at SERL, we get the superior road course that actually runs on the normal NASCAR schedule. So.
Yeah.
As 16 is going to dive under Stoney Benfield. Stoney, I believe, let up to let the 16 by. Probably got blue flags.
Yeah, he definitely.
I wish I didn't know about, but I definitely do. As Dakota Bailey disconnected, I believe, a while ago now. So that is 2 drivers gone. Actually, the same 2 drivers who were involved in that incident last week at the end of Vegas.
Yeah. Yeah,
I believe it's about 90-ish. Nine-some. As Dakota and Josh are having a good old chat about their race. You can't hear it on stream because Anthony is a bit worried about some powerful words coming out.
So the caution is out.
The caution is thrown.
So they're not happy with each other from last week then. Seems like it maybe carried over a little bit. So this is going to re-rack them. Things are going to get interesting here. We're going to have these guys.
The 2 that definitely weren't happy with each other are both gone, so.
Gotcha.
Dakota and Josh, though, just kind of messing around. They're good friends. They run together a lot, so. They are just enjoying themselves. Which is all you can ask for sometimes with these races.
Yeah. You're
especially
not
when
wrong
the
there.
Daytona 24 breaks everything.
Yeah, the amount of people that was doing that. It's going on tomorrow too, right?
Well, I mean, that it wouldn't be 24 hours if it wasn't.
Well, yeah, but they ran one. I think they're running
It,
multiples, aren't they? That's what I mean.
oh, please tell me there's not another one. I can't do this twice.
I think they're. I don't know. Unless I read the thing wrong, I think it was yesterday and then tomorrow, tonight
All
and
right, so I'll
tomorrow.
be back next week
I
whenever this ends, because I'm not dealing with this.
know. Oh man, it'd be fun to run one time though, but I can understand people's frustrations because
I don't,
they kind of
I don't have
force
the
the UI
patience to
on people.
run. Yeah, I don't have the patience to run a 24-hour race. I don't really have the patience to run an hour race, so
Well, we're gonna see if we got any takers here on pit road. I'd have to imagine we're gonna probably see some. We see somebody on pit road, but
I wonder if Dean, maybe just misjudged. So, or he had a penalty from the start, maybe.
yeah, I don't know. Not exactly sure what that was all about, to be honest with you. It's one of
Yeah, I
those
was wondering
times
if
when I
maybe some
wish I could
drivers.
hear spotter chat,
Yeah,
but
he didn't say anything about the strategy when he went in, so
hmm,
not quite sure what's on his mind. Maybe he was. I don't know. Because some of these drivers, as you saw in the background of Anthony's stream, are trying to catch up now. Running in that infield as hopefully we'll see some pit stops. I'm assuming everyone will come in. The only real wild card would be the 316 of Dean Brummett
yeah.
on what he wants to do.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Everybody's going to have fuel, but guess we'll see.
So 75 at Stony Benfield will take the wave around, I believe. Yeah, he'll go around another lap. As Dean Brummett will go into pit road. Sitting P7, so he actually lost a position at Anthony Trippi. He overtook him and then lost it. So not quite sure what that strategy was there. Like I said, maybe a black flag early that he had to serve.
Maybe.
Just took that time for tires or something. Because I didn't see his truck like getting lifted up for tires. I think he just kind of sat there, as he just took fuel right there. So he'll go
Uh,
back to the lead.
so he took tires and just took fuel only right here.
So yeah.
Interesting call there.
Tires at a road course may or may not be more impactful than at a oval. Wow, I cannot speak English. I kick a ball one time and suddenly I'm all like, ooh.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting here. I definitely would want tires with me being behind the wheel. I can tell you that. But hey, man, maybe he knows something that I don't. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt for now.
I wonder if he pit twice. I would check last pit, but the last pit was this lap, so it's not really
Yeah,
gonna give me
right.
much there.
No, I don't know. Definitely interesting. Going to see how this all works out here.
Yeah, he's the only one on a different you know, strategy right now. And he said in the driver's chat, obviously once again you can't hear it, that he's been practicing a lot this week, so I wonder if maybe he's trying out different strategies.
Yeah, maybe so. And the dude was just bad fast in practice, so he's
Yeah, I would
definitely.
also like to point out James McCanney and David Mayo have both manually disconnected, so all of Team Send It has now left the Roval.
Wow.
Their hauler is full and gone.
Yeah, that's not a good points day for that team then. Wow.
Yeah, I was hoping maybe they could stick through it, get, maybe a top 5 or a top 10, or not, maybe not a top 5, because, these top 5 are insane. Maybe a solid top 10 with, a lot of these other mid-pack drivers and get some decent points, but they seem to, not think the same.
Yeah, road racing is definitely not for everybody. I can understand that.
Yeah,
It's
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 very
challenging.
mental. Yeah. It really depends on how you think about it. If you don't believe in your ability to run that road course, obviously you won't do as well. as Cody Reeder was very close to touching that commitment line. Maybe having a little dance with danger there. Wow. My words just don't want to make sense right now. Or just be real words at all. So
These are the long laps here, man. These pace laps seem like they take forever.
I could take a whole nap. I'll be back when this is over. I'm gonna sleep.
I know. I remember we tried this in RSR, and we actually threw the stage caution. And then the admins were like, "Man, I wish we wouldn't have done that because yeah, it does. It takes forever to get around these road courses."
Oh, I was hoping they would go 2 wide this time. But they're still 1 wide. Oh, will they go 2? They'll go 2 wide on backstretch, won't they?
I'm thinking so. But hey, I'm doing my math right. I think we're coming to lap 18 already, so this race is almost halfway over.
I think we're coming to lap 19 because I have the overlay up because I'm on one screen. It says they're doing lap 18 now, so we'll come with about 22 to go.
Yeah.
So.
Still a lot of racing, but.
Yeah. More than last stage, hopefully, you know, no crazy pit strategies. Well, actually, that wouldn't be too bad. That'd be very, very fun.
You know what? If you notice, though, the lights aren't on the pace car, so I think these guys are going to do a single file restart here.
Wide.
No, I think it's going to be a single file restart. I think that's
why.
Is it
single file restart?
I
didn't read that part of the announcement. Oh, it is a single file restart. My bad. I read half of the announcement.
That's okay. I was too busy being frustrated with my computer. So at least you read
some. My bad, Dakota. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see it popped up in the chat now, yeah.
I saw it first. I went, oh, wait, the timing board is working. Did you just say that?
Yeah, it is working.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention because I was replying to Dakota. My bad. So, yeah.
Now we're going to see what happens here with Mr. Brummett up front here. Mr. Strategy, is it going to work for him? He's looking for that win.
Or he could just go second again. For the 50th time in a row or something. I don't know.
Break the record. Yeah, he's definitely got the speed to get a W here. Just going to have to see how this all plays out. He pulled an audible there. Going to be interesting.
Yeah, he's the only one on a different pit strategy. Everyone else is with each other on it. So.
Right.
Because I believe they go green in the chicane, right? It's like the weirdest restart zone.
They do. It is very different, and we're going to go up in the blimp view here so you can see. So the green flag is out now. So those guys in the tail of the field, you know, you got to be real careful because you can get screwed up big time.
Yeah. Because you can try and gas it into that chicane and run into the back of someone or just get loose trying to slow down.
Before you even get to the green flag, technically.
Yeah.
We see the 316 get a pretty good restart there. Obviously, we started single file here, and Blake Giglio right on his rear there with that number 16 machine. Not letting him get away, and we're going to have to pay attention here, folks. That 316 had a ton of speed, but it looks like he's on a little bit different pit strategy than the 16. So we are going to have to keep our eye on this battle, as it has been these two up front each and every week. They cannot separate themselves from each other, but they're going to battle to the end. I know for sure that 316 is looking for his first win of the season.
Yeah, especially with road courses, you can be a bit more, I guess, conservative with the tires or kind of tear them up a bit more, because if you can just hold that inside and keep them from going on your outside line, it's a lot different than oval racing because there's not as much momentum in it than if you were to, go wide off the backstretch, in an oval race. In a road race, you both have to slow down about the same amount usually and go into that inside of the turn, and whoever has that inside usually comes out on top.
Yep.
So older tires may hurt Dean's overall pace, but may not really affect the result as much.
Yeah, it's a good point. We're definitely going to keep our eye on it right here, but these guys are nose to tail. It's a heck of a battle as we're coming to 20 to go next time by. This race is halfway over.
Yeah, Dean is doing can to defend from Blake Giglio. Might be a good idea to maybe kind of sit behind Blake and kind of take his line and use it to his advantage, but at the same time, if Blake gets ahead, he might run away with those newer tires.
Yeah. I think 316's just kind of conservative, but a little bit of defense too right now. I think you almost have to be with seeing that 16 in your rearview mirror.
Yeah, I think everyone's always conservative when it comes to anybody.
Oh yeah, you see
Yeah,
the 16 close up
16's gonna
real.
drive it in.
Yeah, he did, man. He closed the gap. Oh,
Whoa!
316 gets loose. Oh,
Dean
and
caught that curb weird.
he did, and the 16 back to the front.
So I'm gonna rewind that and see if I can find out what happened. I believe he just kind of caught that. Oh, he lifted his rear tires before his front came down, and it sent him around.
Oh boy, that was close.
Yeah.
What a battle right there between the 20. Oh, and the 3 goes around. Dakota Camper has spun it. Let's take a look at it. The number 3 car.
Almost Jimmy Johnson-esque.
Oh yeah. He just
Drove in
got
too hot there.
way too hard. Oh man, I hate
And
to see
almost
that.
caught Josh Anderson trying to come back onto the track. So that could have been, pretty bad for some other drivers as well.
Oh, Dean Brummett is off. He is off. No, the 316 goes off the racetrack and loses
And
2
He caught
positions.
the wall hard there. I mean, he came to almost a complete stop, and it's not showing much left side damage, but that was a hard hit that he took.
Yeah, I hate that for the 316. I don't even want to show it. I'm just curious as to what happened. He got passed by a couple guys here.
His tires. Yeah, I think he's just trying to fight the tires down. It's not working in his favor. As the 25 of Cody Reeder has said, he is pitting in this lap. So maybe gonna try an idea similar to Dean. As Dean maybe now is gonna drive, a little bit too hard, trying to grab as much time as he can back. That might be what happened in that turn where he went off. Is just trying to gain the time back and
right,
just driving too aggressive.
It's so easy to do, man. So easy to do. Just
I'm the king of that. Yeah.
man, these trucks too, man. Like I said, I did some laps in them, and they are just so loose here.
Yeah, the trucks, you can kind of throw. Oh, there's that left side damage right there. Ooh. It's not like a scrape. It's just kind of the entire left side is a bit dented in on that 316.
Right, yeah.
Still has some decent pace though. The only real area. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say he's definitely got some scratches on it, but looks like he's still got good pace in it.
Yeah, road racing, I feel, especially in these NASCAR kind of cars, damage isn't as much of a factor because you're not really, drafting as much at high speeds. Here, obviously, it's a bit more reliant because you have NASCAR turns 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and all that. But tracks like COTA or Road America or, Sonoma, that doesn't really happen as often.
Right, the
Dean Brummett's going to go and pit in now. Maybe.
Aerodynamics don't mean quite as much.
Yeah, I believe they have one fast repair.
Yes, they do.
So Dean may be thinking about using that in this pit stop here. I believe everyone will need to make a pit stop on this run. So maybe not bad for Dean to go ahead and get his damage fixed early. As I'm looking to see that left side get a little bit patched up.
So we're right back where we left off with Blake Giglio up 9.9 seconds. Like, he's got a 10-second gap on the rest of the field here.
I think he's cheating.
I just don't see how. I don't see how anybody's going to match that pace. But again, we see some guys coming down pit road doing some pit strategy, and that must mean to me that fuel strategy might still matter in this thing. So it ain't over till it's over.
Yeah, as Blake in that backstretch chicane almost did the exact same thing that Dean did. Kind of caught that curb and that first left a little bit too hard and almost sent the car around.
Oh, yeah. It'll do that to you.
But the good thing about his position is he has time to spare, so
Yeah. That he does. A good run tonight going on for Josh Anderson here in that number 7. Up a couple spots since the beginning of this thing, but has been in the top 5 the entire time. So this has potential to be a great day for that number 7 team. And like we said, I almost said yesterday's winner. Last week's winner, Anthony Trippi, up 5 positions right now, the biggest mover of the race. Last week's winner and running in the 4th position. So, man, that's the way to gain some points on these leaders is knock off some wins and get top 5s.
I still can't get over last week's finish, man.
I know, that was crazy.
It was like, 2 by 2 there?
Yeah, that was a crazy finish.
It was crazy. It was definitely a lot, more exciting finish than IRP, which was it was a good race, granted. But short tracks like that, yeah, it got really single file really quickly and kind of stayed that way a lot of the race.
Yeah.
And I believe Josh missed Las Vegas last weekend. I believe he was busy because I asked him about it earlier in the week, and I was like, because he was actually running trucks at Las Vegas and was doing pretty decent, but it was just unfortunate to miss that race last weekend.
Definitely.
Trying to maybe gain some points back today.
Yes, sir. So up front, Blake Giglio leading the way here. 12.4 second gap over the second position of Paul Mikulachik in that number 77. Looks like Aaron Sayer, the number 42, maybe having an issue here.
Yeah, Blake Giglio is still trying to become the first 3-time winner of the season. There's only 2 or 3 double winners now. That would be the 44 of Anthony Trippi, the 25 of Cody Reeder, which was the first double winner, and then the 16 of Blake Giglio.
Yeah. Whew. Boy, yeah, he almost had a three-peat last week, man. That was about as close as you could get to that final lap, huh?
Just a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
It wasn't too close, It's
That
not side by side.
Yeah, it was a heck of a finish.
Yeah.
So we're coming. This next time by is going to be 15 to go, so we're going to have to keep our eye here. Are there going to be any pit strategies that come into play? We're going to have to find out.
Yeah, I might not have my legs, but I can still see, so let's hope that it's pretty good.
Absolutely. As this thing is winding down as fast as could be, we're going to step aside, pay some bills, and if anything happens, we'll break in. Be right back with you. All right. Thank you, as always, to Blake Howell Designs, BHR_ sim racing at on the Instagram there. Make sure to hit them up, check them out. They do some awesome sim racing rivalries. As we are back live here, coming to 14 laps to go. Blake Giglio leading the way by 15 seconds over second place. Paul Mikulachik, the number 7 of Josh Anderson. As always, Blake Giglio putting on a clinic here in SERL.
Yeah, speaking of leading, Cody Reeder is currently way, I believe, ahead of Dean Brummett, but Dean Brummett ran a 0.6 faster lap last time around.
Nice.
But I'd like to mention both laps were still slower than the 16 of Blake Giglio.
Yeah, that's just crazy. The 25, obviously coming in tonight, your points leader, and Dean Brummett one spot behind him on the racetrack, is 6 points behind, being the lead here, points leader. So both having very good days. I really hate, I don't think that 316 anticipated the off track he had there, and certainly threw a little wrench in the system, but he's got a lot of speed, and anything can happen here in 13 laps.
Yeah, Dean Brummett, I think, actually is more like 7 or 8 points down now due to that stage and early pit stop that he did.
Yeah, right. No, that definitely is going to change things at the end of the day here, but we got to give a shout out to Paul. His number 77. We haven't seen him a whole lot this season. Said from the beginning, he was going to be kind of a part-time guy, but wanted a good, clean place to race. And man, when he shows up, he puts on a great show, and he's got a lot of speed here. So really happy to see Paul McCullochick here running tonight. And, there's not a whole lot of Toyotas that run here, but man, he's making them look darn good tonight as he is holding a very strong second-place position in that number 77 Wawa Toyota. So, Paul, great job to you tonight, my friend.
Yeah, that might be the first thing you said. The first thing I said was he needs an easier name.
Yeah. I had a little coaching on it, so it got a little bit easier.
McCullochick.
Got a little bit easier.
Right?
Seems
McCall.
like
I'm going with McCall.
Paul McCall. Things have tightened
Paul
up
McCall.
here between 4th and 5th spot with Anthony Trippi and Dakota Camper here. The 44, last week's winner, and your number 3, last year's champion, right there on his rear bumper as we are getting ready. Oh, as he dives to the inside here. Gonna make it stick.
44 maybe feeling the pressure.
Yeah, I
Went
think
wide.
he gave it to him there. He didn't try to block him, so that was cool. But yeah, man, this thing, we're coming to 12 to go already here, and the number 3 is making up some spots. He was certainly really fast in practice and looking for a great points day here to capitalize.
Yeah, that 3 has some great pace. It was actually recovered from an earlier spin that put him back in like 5th or 6th. So having some really good pace right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually forgot that he spun, to be honest with you. So.
Well, I did too until he showed up in 3rd, and I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
As we are now reaching, I gotta do math. I'm not good at math. 12 to go. As in Blake's still way ahead of the rest of this field.
Yeah.
If I check the timing board, he's 20 seconds ahead of the next guy, which would be Paul McCall. I'm committing to that name now because I can pronounce it. So, Paul, if you have any issues with that, you feel free to yell at me in DMs or something. So, yeah. But yeah, Blake is just, destroying this field today.
He definitely
really
is,
fast.
man.
He's kind of picked up the pace since, I believe, around Nashville. Because he finished 3rd at Richmond Gateway, I think. He also finished 3rd at Nashville, so.
Definitely did. Let's take a lap around this place here, inboard one of these trucks. Let's hop inboard with Dakota and take a lap around here. This place is insane.
I do like keeping NASCAR 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 though, because there's turns that I actually remember how to take.
Yeah.
As maybe dipping his tires into that grass there on that left side.
Yeah, big
Little
downshift there, though. I mean, it feels like you're coming to a stop right there between 16 and 17. You just slow so much down that it's looks like James.
Yeah, you go with your 16 and 17. I'll stick to my 4 turns. All right, we'll call it there.
So we will. Seems like James Jones maybe had an issue.
I will go ahead and find it
Let's see where we're at
because
with
it's
James.
rewind time.
Seems to be back up the pace here. Doesn't look too beat up. Maybe he just lost it. I don't.
I'm trying to see, and I'm not seeing anything.
No, I'm not seeing a lot of damage there, so I don't know what happened, but seems to be up to full speed here. Running in the 9th position here, followed by Stoney Benfield. Number 75 having a good top 10 run today here.
Yeah, I've gone back to lap 28. I'm not seeing any contact with the wall or anything, so I wonder if maybe he just dipped his tires off track and maybe the iRacing system tried to catch him for it.
Very well could be it. Up front, Blake Giglio with the dominating lead here as we got 10 laps
Ooh.
to go, and we got to kind of keep our eye on this here. You know, is he going to be able to make it all the way on fuel? We saw some people come down pit road and take a little bit more fuel than he did. Guess we'll see what happens here.
Blake is, I believe, still not come down pit road, right?
Not since lap 16, I don't believe.
Also, the fact that Blake, oh sorry, Paul Pitt. I was like, Blake is coming out of the infield as Paul is going onto the front stretch, and then I realized that he pit already.
Yeah, because the leader pitted on lap 16, and then Cody Reeder, second place here, was in at lap 21. Dean Brummett was in at lap 22, which is now up to, oh boy, up to the 4th position as he has a near incident right there with the number 44, just about turned the 44. There is a pretty significant speed difference, I'd say, right now between lap 16 tires and lap 22 tires.
Yeah, I don't believe that the 42 is for 44. Oh my gosh. The 44 is pit during this stint, so one of those older tire runners.
Yeah, no, he's definitely got older tires. Not recently. It was lap 16 was the last time that he hit pit road.
Yeah, it's definitely not recently, because that was half the race ago.
Yes, it was.
Because we are, or I am following Blake Gigo, and he is on his own. This man made a ghost town.
Yeah, he is definitely dominating this race. That is for sure.
So this time, I think he could read a book and still be half a lap ahead.
Yeah, commanding lead for sure. Got to give a shout out to Dean, though, man. He's made up a lot of time. And
yeah, Dean is just absolutely, kind of got caught out by that pit strategy and has recovered the best he can. Finished the first stage, I believe, P6 or P7, and is after pitting early again is now back up into P3. So good recovery from Dean there.
Absolutely, man. Great recovery. It looks like another issue with Aaron Sayer here.
As Blake Giglio continues to go on the track, I wonder if maybe he's just trying to get up that gap as much as he can so that he can pit and still have, a 10-second lead or so. Or if he even needs to pit, he might have,
That's what I was saying, man, because Anthony Trippi in the number 44 pitted on lap 16 as well. So, man, I mean, there's a few guys. Aaron Sayer, Anthony Trippi, James Jones, all those guys pitted on lap 16. So
I wonder if it's more of a tire thing than it is a fuel thing.
Yeah, it very well could be.
Like people just realizing they'd rather be on fresher tires. Which is where Dean probably would have been better off taking fresh tires in that one, in the stage pit stop.
Yeah.
Because then he'd probably be near the 16 at least. Because everyone else would have already pitted and he would have made a few moves early. But
yeah,
obviously you can't always think of these things 3 miles ahead. So
for sure.
They're doing the best they can, man.
Yeah.
I just yell at them for it. It's great.
Dean is 3 seconds behind second place guy, so definitely gonna have to make up a pretty significant amount
seconds, man.
Yeah.
We got a brand to make with you. So Dean Brummett's last lap was actually, I believe, slower than Cody Reeder's. I lied. I can't read. Oh no.
It was a little bit.
Looking at the wrong thing.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot, but it was just a little bit.
Yeah, so Cody has a slower best lap, but I think is a bit more consistent. Because he's still running about the same times. Whereas Dean's like a whole second slower than his best right now.
As we see the 45 going a lap down here, so Blake is definitely blistering pace. Blistering pace. He's still running a 124. I mean, that's just awesome.
He's probably signing diecast in there in his free time. He's like, yeah, so we'll sign this one. I'll be honest, if there was any diecast of these trucks I could get, it would be maybe that 45 truck or that, 3 of Dakota Camper.
Yeah, definitely awesome paint schemes.
Or you could get one of mine.
Do you see Dean closing up right now on Cody Reeder? He's made up a ton of time that last lap.
Yeah. Oh, Blake Giglio is pitting in this lap.
Okay.
He's notified us in the
He is.
chat.
He has officially hit pit road. So we are going to be coming to 6 laps to go next time by. Your leader is on pit road.
Yeah, but Cody is just now getting onto the backstretch, so Blake has a lot of time. I think he'll still have like 20 or so seconds.
Going to be interesting to see because Dean Brummett has...
Yet, though.
No, but Dean has caught Cody Reeder a huge amount. I mean, he cut off a second and a half that last lap.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot of time. Especially on a road course. Road courses, it's a bit more... It makes a bit more sense to make up a second and a half than, an oval. Just due to the nature of how road courses are. But still pretty crazy.
So Blake is just coming off pit road, yep.
Still 7 or 9 seconds ahead.
Wow, that's
crazy. 9 ahead of Cody Reeder still.
That's crazy.
So he's gained about 9 seconds in pure pace compared to Cody. But he, lost all that time he'd gotten from pit strategy now, so.
Right.
That makes me wonder if someone could go, because he's gonna go 6 laps on this stint, so I wonder if maybe he's using less fuel or what. So. Yeah, not quite sure what's going on in the strategy department, considering I was gone all day, so.
Well, it
no clue what these things drive like.
Makes me wonder, too, like people like the 7, for instance, of Josh Anderson. It doesn't look like... Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's the 44. Hasn't been on pit road since lap 16 either, so I really don't think he's going to be able to make it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe pitting in this lap or pitting in soon, but he is definitely driving a little bit slower, so I wonder if maybe he's conserving. So, I mean, there's always the option of just not taking the chicane.
Right.
I mean, iRacing won't like you for it, and probably not anyone else, but like it saves fuel, so.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll penalize you, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's so much slower in these turns, so I do think he's probably conserving a bit of fuel. Because Josh just absolutely ran away from him there in 3 and 4. NASCAR 3 and 4, sorry. My brain does not work with road courses. Anthony, I know you like to run some practice laps, but I don't know if maybe you did with this because it's nothing like an oval, but do you see the time board got really weird there?
Yeah, I saw it glitch too.
I was like, I'm pretty sure the leader is not a lap down. Last I checked, that's not how that works.
Ugh, been a technical nightmare today.
I am a technical nightmare. You know what? Never mind. As Blake continues to run away, he's actually gained another 3 seconds on Cody Reeder. Sorry, 4. I can't do math. But Dean Brummett kind of stuck 2 seconds behind Cody Reeder, just doing everything he can at this time. So I'm gonna take a look at him and see where he's at. I'm gonna ride along with him and see, what he sees with Cody Reeder in front of him.
He's definitely closing the gap here as they head into turns 1 and 2 here.
Maybe got a little, whoa! Got loose on the exit of 1.
They did.
It's like I can tell. Are you in the car right now?
Yes, we are.
I just saw him start turning right, and I'm like, that's not where the car goes. Yeah, he's getting really loose now. I wonder if maybe he burned up his tires when he, gained a second and a half.
Big time loose.
Maybe some adjustments during that pit stop that just aren't going well with that car. You can see how, just the way he drives it, how loose that thing is.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
The handful.
I mean, the second you see people start turning the wrong way, that's when you know it's really loose.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. We're coming to 3 laps to go here. This thing is gonna be over before you know it, and, man.
especially with Blake Giglio, 40 seconds ahead at one point.
Sheesh.
It's like, chill.
Yeah, you can even
So,
see him getting loose on corner exit.
as he just said, the fastest lap for the race. 122.81. That's almost a full second faster than the next fastest time, which would be 123.7. Or sorry, 123.58 set by Dean Brummett. So,
Yep.
I mean, Cody's just absolutely not
Sheesh.
Cody. Blake is absolutely blistering right now.
Wow, he almost got to the wall right there.
Who, Blake or Dean? I've still got him on with Dean. That's why I started saying Cody, because he's in front of him. But yeah, Blake is, so close to winning this thing. Being the first 3-time driver, he just has to keep his composure and keep the car out the wall. He's got some lap traffic ahead of him as he catches the inside wall a little bit there.
Yeah, he definitely did.
So maybe kind of losing some focus right there. Obviously, with road racing, once you're on your own, you start to, get a bit bored, lose your focus, kind of make these mistakes. I know that because I run an F1 league sometime on Sundays, and when you're alone, it feels like an eternity.
Yeah,
Every lap feels like 3.
definitely understand that.
So maybe just doing everything you can to keep his head in the game and not make any mistakes. And I think he's doing a decent job at it.
Oh, yeah. A couple more
Just a
times
little
around. He's going to take the checkered flag here as he puts the 45
He's 2 to
another
go
lap
right
down.
now. So, yeah, absolutely dominant by Blake today. Just taught this field how it's done. And the next closest car would be Cody Reeder. He's already 20 seconds behind. After the pit stop, he was 9.
That's just nuts, man.
That was 4 laps ago.
Yeah. Solid points day, though. I mean, he should still be up there in the top. And another great points day by Dean Brummett. And Paul McCulloch here, he's closing up on that 316, trying to take over that 3rd spot here. With just, we're going to be coming to the white flag next time by.
Yeah, but one thing I'm noticing, the 2nd place streak, it's in jeopardy.
It is in jeopardy. It's all right.
Woo! As Paul gets really close to Dean there. I believe Paul is on newer tires. Pit lap.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's on 7-lap fresher tires there, so definitely doing everything he can. Dean just probably going to run defensive this last lap and do everything he can to keep that 3rd. Obviously, he loves talking to us.
Yeah.
But now he'll talk first instead of second.
Yeah, there you go.
If he keeps this
Oh, boy.
As Paul McCall is on his bumper the whole way around turns 1 and 2. Just trying to pressure Dean into making a mistake.
He is doing that, but right now the number 16 of Blake Giglio leading the way here. Another dominating performance in the SERL Truck Series. He has got literally just a handful of corners to make, and he is going to bring home the checkered flag here. And, man, what a stellar performance again. There is definitely a battle going on back here between Dean and Paul. Keep our eye on that, but, man, the story of the day.
That last podium spot. I think Cody Reeder is pretty locked in. If he doesn't, send the car around in the last 2 chicanes, he should be okay.
There he goes. He's on the inside of him. Oh, and Dean's...
Oh, is there going to make contact? And Dean just isn't... Oh, almost makes contact again.
There was a little contact there.
Looks like his wheels are out of alignment the way he's driving it. Blake Giglio.
Yes, sir. We have our winner, Blake Giglio. Man, that battle back there was intense.
I gotta watch that again. Of course, like the
316.
second I clicked away.
316 might not be too happy with that move there, but Paul Mikulacek rounding out your top three here. Man, what a performance by Blake here tonight. We're going to grab some of these drivers and have a conversation real quick. And once again, guys, sorry about some of the iRacing stuff going on tonight. The beginning of this thing was an absolute nightmare. And yeah, just can control what you can control. But we're going to grab some drivers here and we'll be right back with you. Some interviews. See the third place finisher in here, but what we do have is the points leader, Cody Reeder, in the number 25, coming home second position. Cody, how you doing tonight, bud?
I'm tired.
I bet you are, man. That was a heck of a race, man. Lots of lefts and rights and a lot of loose race trucks, it seemed, tonight, man. What'd you feel out there?
Yeah, it's just when you throttle up, you're in such a low gear because when you're on the infield, you have to be in second gear, and getting on the actual oval part, it's kind of hammered down, or you can manage that a little bit, but it burns the back tires off, and then you're just loosey goosey the rest of the time. So it's tough. I don't know. Blake figured it out. Apparently, he absolutely smoked us, but overall, good night.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Another good point stay by you in that 25 machine. Looked pretty smooth out there, man, for the majority. So congratulations on another top three finish here in SERL. Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, my buddy Garrett spotted me. Um, you guys for broadcasting, Dakota putting the league on, and then yeah, I got to thank KPR Motorsports and my wife for letting me do this every Saturday. So yep, thank you guys.
Absolutely, brother. Well, have a good weekend, man. Enjoy the rest of it and a good run tonight, man.
Yes, sir. Go Chiefs.
All right, we got your winner, number 16, Blake Giglio. How you doing tonight, bud?
Doing pretty good. How about you?
Hey, doing great, man. It looks like you got this place figured out.
Yeah, I didn't at the start, but I slowly picked it up to the race and was able to fly a little bit more every lap, and I think that's what I was able to get it done here tonight. Did.
Yeah, we saw a lot of self spins, a lot of loose race trucks tonight, man. It's pretty loose out there tonight, I take it, huh?
Yeah, it didn't really want to stick. It felt like, but it's made it fun. You had to wheel it the whole night, and there really was no time to chill. So I think that's what made it the most fun.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. Stellar performance again by you in that number 16 team. Congratulations on another victory here in SERL. Anybody you want to give a shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, shout out to you guys for broadcasting at 213 somewhere. Literary Sports, M9 Sim Sport, CDC Racing. Everyone here at SERL for what they do, Labor 12. One that's on the car, Jake Swanson, Shock Technology, Apex Heat and Auto Glass.
All right, man. Well, hey, like I said, another great performance here. You certainly put on a show for all of our viewers, and congratulations on the win here at the Roval. And I'm sure we'll have you up in the booth here in the near future, bud.
Looking forward, guys. Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Well, like we said, it was a little bit of a challenge for us tonight here. It is what it is. I don't want to keep beating the dead horse, but it's kind of frustrating when things like that happen. But we did the best with what we had, with timing and scoring not working properly as it should. So, thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you next Saturday, right back here with more SER truck racing. And thanks again for the support and continued support for this great league. And we'll see you all next week.